Hey, Mariners, Tyson here. Have some really exciting news to share with you. Marina High School has been working really closely with the Monterey Peninsula Unified School District Board, and it has been determined that we can bring cohorts of scholars back onto campus for athletic conditioning or to participate in clubs. We're really excited to have you back on campus. There's a lot of guidelines and regulations that we need to follow if we are going to be able to pull this off successfully. Mr. Tanny, Coach Cisneros, and I have put together this video so we can outline all of the guidelines that we need to follow. Looking forward to seeing you on campus soon. Bye.
All right, Mariners, so we're incredibly excited to get our scholar athletes on campus, conditioning in some of our clubs and organizations on campus as well. This video is aimed at describing the protocols for getting to and off of campus if you're going to be participating in the athletic conditioning. So as you can see on this map, there's 4 spots, A, B, C, and D. A shows where students can get dropped off. They're going to get dropped off at the gate that the gate to get into the student parking lot. That gate's going to be closed, so we're asked that you drop off on the outside of that gate. If you're a scholar athlete that drives to school, you can park in the staff parking lot. B showcases the 3 different lines we're going to have for our 3 different cohorts, A, B, and C, or cohorts 1, 2, and 3. You're going to get in line, socially distant, 6 feet apart on the markers in those lines, and wait to be called up to get to station C, which is the health and screening. That screening is going to be done at the gate that enters into the fire lane that leads to the field. Once you're called up to the health screening at C, you're going to go ahead and go down the fire lane onto the field in the appropriate zone area for your conditioning team. So whether you're part of 1, 2, or 3, you go to zone 1, 2, or 3. And then at the end, once conditioning is done, each zone will be called to go back to the parking lot and leave campus. The next series of videos show myself and Mr. Juan Cisneros, our athletic director, actually showing those steps in a little bit more detail. All right, so I'm going to be showing you what our scholar athletes will be undergoing every time they come to campus for one of their conditioning days. So right now we have Mr. Juan Cisneros, who's lined up where the scholar athletes are going to be, who are part of Zone 1 with one of our 3 conditioning cohorts. So Mr. Cisneros, come on up. Conditioning group number 1 is going to walk on up, all standing 6 feet apart. All right, welcome to campus. Nice to see you. I have a series of questions I'm going to ask you. Do you have a fever?
Nope.
Do you cough?
No.
Do you have a sore throat?
No.
Any shortness of breath?
No.
Have you been in close contact or care for anyone that you know has COVID-19? Your ID number?
It's 43695.
Once I ask the questionnaire, I'm going to take a quick temperature. Awesome. His temperature is perfect, which means he can now go to Zone 1. So Mr. Cisneros, go ahead and head to the field in Zone 1. Since he's part of Zone 1. And while he's walking, I am now taking the questionnaire and temperature for scholar athlete number 2. So at the end of each day, after conditioning's done, the administrator or athletic director is going to call each of the 3 cohorts to head back home. So the cohorts will be called individually. So scholar athletes in Zone 1, you can come on down. Mr. Cisneros, his coach, and the other scholar athletes that he conditioned with, we're going to walk down this alley, or this emergency lane, the same way they entered on the field. He's going to be getting back into his family's car, and he's going to be heading home for the evening. Thank you, scholar athletes. All right, so this is for scholar athletes who are driving themselves to campus and for families who are dropping scholar athletes off. On days where we have our conditioning on campus, this gate is going to remain closed. This is the gate that leads into our student parking lot. Families are asked to drop their scholars off where you can see Mr. Cisneros' red car is. Once the drop-off happens from there, scholars are going to walk into the student parking lot, into the zone line where they're going to be waiting to do their wellness check and their temperature check before they get onto the field. For our scholars who are driving to campus, we're asking that you specifically park in our staff parking lot rather than in the student parking lot.